electric tower in downtown Buffalo on a beautiful Monday morning on the last day of February. We're all here to celebrate our 5th anniversary, and it is my privilege to introduce the president of BankOnBuffalo, Mike Noe.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone, again, for being here today, for taking time out of your busy schedules. As Mike said, 5 years. It's incredible what we've done in a 5-year period and how far we've come. And it is really because of everybody standing here today. So again, thank you so much. A few folks I want to recognize and just say thank you to again. Dr. Ellen Grant's here today. Dr. Grant, thank you so much, Deputy Mayor, for being here. She supported us again from day one, and it means a lot for you to come to these events for us as we continue to celebrate what we've done for the community. So for you being part of that, we thank you for it. We know the Buffalo-Niagara Partnership is here. Again, another great partner for BankOnBuffalo, and it means a lot, again, to have you here as well. Paul Isco and his team, this is our headquarters here in Buffalo, and you've been here with us since day one. I remember when we started on the 3rd floor with very small space, and we've since put a branch in on the 1st floor. We outgrew our 3rd floor space, and now we occupy the entire 7th floor. We've put $200,000 most recently into the space up there, and we'll be fully occupied within the next 30 days. So a pretty impressive growth story that we've seen there as well. We've got several advisory board members here today. Again, have been with us since the beginning, have helped us grow and shown how much they can provide to us as community leaders. So again, we thank you for your time and effort and energy there. We've got a lot of vendors and a lot of other customers that are here as well too. You're the ones that make it work day in and day out. We thank you for that. And last but certainly not least, our employees. The employees that are here, 110 strong in Buffalo in the division in 5 years is a pretty neat growth story. What you do, you live in this community, you work in this community, you raise families in this community. And because of that, you've dedicated your time, your energy, your effort to this growth story, and you've been such a big part of it. That's why we are a community bank in Buffalo and how we're able to be so successful today. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We celebrate this celebration. In 5 years, we've grown to 110 employees locally. We have 11 branches. In another month and a half, we'll have our 12th branch open in the Northland Training Center. We'll have 13 offices by the end of this year. We have over $1.2 billion in assets locally in Buffalo. And again, it's all to the employees, the customers, everyone that's here today for us. An item I want to also mention is we give back to the community on a regular basis. We've contributed over $11 million in a 5-year period to Buffalo. And that doesn't stop. This is, again, a jumping off point, a starting off point for us. So today we want to give back a little more, and one of our great partners is Del Reed with 26 shirts. I want to have Del come up in a moment and present a check to him and let him talk a little bit about what he has going on with his Hall of Fame program. And again, just thank you so much for being here today. Del?
Morning. 26 Shirts is so grateful for community partners like BankOnBuffalo that help us along our way in our mission to support the community through, hopefully cool, people think of, fun t-shirts that give back to local families and charities that they can use the help. The Hall of Fame collection that we have at 26 Shirts, let me back up. At 26 Shirts, we sell limited edition Buffalo-themed t-shirts to support the community. A portion of everything that we sell goes back to a local family or charity. Every business consultant that we have worked with, except for our most recent one, because we told them at the outset, don't say this, has told us that we give too much. And so we always say, that's really cool. What other advice do you have? Because we exist to help. And we can only do that with partners like BankOnBuffalo who sponsor our efforts. They kind of help shore up our bottom line a little bit so that we can tell the business consultants to lay off and let's talk about other things. But the Hall of Fame collection that BankOnBuffalo is sponsoring is a collection of t-shirts that we have sold in the past that proved to be so popular, people kept asking about them over and over again. And so we had to kind of, in one little area of our business, abandon that methodology in terms of the limited edition, buy it now or lose it forever model, so that people can continue to wear and support them and everything. And that collection supports the Live Like Luca S. Kalani Foundation, which helps lots of children-based charities in the Western New York area. So again, just a huge thank you to BankOnBuffalo for continuing to support the work that we do at 26 Shirts, and it's honestly not possible with sponsors like them.
Thanks, Del. That's spectacular. Well, we couldn't have a 50th anniversary party without employee number one. So it's my privilege to introduce Marty Griffith, our Senior Executive Vice President for Community Banking for CNB Bank. Marty?
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. It was 5 years ago today that I stood here and talked about coming to town with a new bank. And a lot of folks, questioned, do we need another bank in Buffalo? And we've said from day one, we may not have needed another bank, but we needed a better bank. And we think that we've proven that we offer a better experience, especially on the commercial services and treasury management services that we deliver. But I said to my wife this morning when I left, I said, boy, what do you say? 5 years, it seems like it was a flash. And to me, it's kind of like a good book, right? There's a preface of the book, and the preface was, why? Why us? Why another bank in town? And we felt that as a commercial bank, that the town deserved a full suite of services, tailored services that could be provided from a true community bank, boutique, high-touch kind of a feel. And we've done that now, $1 billion worth of that. It's crazy to think about that in a 5-year period of time. And we've been involved with so many projects, with so many of you in this room. It's just been a tremendous ride to this point. But another part about a good book or a good story means that you have to talk a little bit about acknowledging those that make it happen. And we've heard a little bit of that here this morning. Not just the employees and our client base, our advisory board members, the civic leaders in the community that have allowed us to step into the community and do what we're doing, but probably more than that, even the families behind us. We've often asked a lot of ourselves as a startup, and it goes beyond 8 to 5. Mike talked about community hours and volunteer hours and commitment to the community. A lot of those are unpaid hours, and it's time outside of your 8 to 5. So I want to thank our employees for the time that they spent and what they do to invest in the community. But again, if you talk about this wonderful story that we're drafting, or this book that we're drafting, most books also have a conclusion. Well, we ain't seen nothing yet. We're not even close to being concluded with this story. So we're a little over $1 billion in size. I've taken on some additional responsibilities, and this has been the year of promotion from within. We are at a point, a scale now, where not only are we employing 110 people in the community, but we're promoting from within. And Mike Noah standing here as the president is a perfect example of that. My ability to now take on our 4-state operation with 5 different divisions has me traveling a bit more, but certainly my primary focus is and will always be Buffalo. And so it's really a neat story to this point. The first chapter, the first 5 years has been quite a ride, very exciting for us. And but the conclusion hasn't been written yet. So hang in there with us. I think you'll like the rest of the ride. Appreciate everybody coming out this morning. Thank you.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, in my world, Mike mentioned building more branches, and there's a couple partners that are near and dear to my heart when we're building branches. So I want to thank Mike Masters for being here from BRD Construction, and I want to thank Rich Nardini from LaBelle & Associates for being here, so thank you. And then of course, Carlos Below with our beautiful branch here right in the electric tower. So that concludes our ceremony today. We have some cake celebrating our anniversary, and so we have some coffee for everybody. We want to thank Janet Ferris for providing the coffee for us. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a great day.